Yo, what's poppin'? Realest one, VAMPHOURZZ. Yo. Oh yeah. Hold up. What am I doing? Peace, blessings, peace. Always gotta manifest that. You know what I mean? But how many of y'all like iPhones, bro? Like people always be making a big deal out of iPhones. There's people who make a big deal out of what type of phone you use. Like, there's some people to this day that still use Android, and people steady be looking at them like they crazy, right? What is it like? Every year they come out with a new iPhone. I don't know, every year, every other year, people go to the stores and they'll spend their last to get them motherfucking things too. You understand? Well, you might want to rethink that. And maybe it take more for some people than just this, but imagine well, I guess it depends on if you a cheater or not. So this dude, right, is talking about suing Apple because his wife discovered. That's my phone in the background. Don't mind that. Yeah, but this guy's thinking about. Well, actually, he is. He's talking about suing Apple because he sent some messages, right? His wife discovered some deleted messages that were sent. He's planning to sue. He thought the messages that had got sent to some sex workers on his iPhone, right? They say the man's wife ended up finding the messages, and they ended up getting divorced. He thought he was creeping. He thought he was being careful. He thought he deleted the damn messages, and his wife ended up finding them. He's saying that the company isn't transparent about the fact that deleting messages on one device doesn't mean that they are deleted on other Apple devices. He said if you are told a message is deleted, you are entitled you are entitled to believe it's deleted. Would y'all agree with that? Even though his situation is different from most people's reasons for deleting a message. I mean, that's like a cheater's worst nightmare right there. If you a cheater, if you out here, you getting it popping behind your wife back or even your husband back, don't do it using an iPhone. That's basically what that is right there. That's basically what that is. Yeah, man. But real quick, let me check in the comments. Ah, what's going on, bro? Appreciate you. You all ready? Kevin, what up, man? Peace. Miss T, appreciate you. Queen, appreciate you. Um, Sunday is Father's Day, right? Somebody actually had to remind me of that. That might sound kind of sad in a sense. Think about it. But if you're from the hood like me, then you know that mom's was the father. You know what I'm saying? I grew up like that. I'm one of them. You know what I'm saying? When it come, I can't say it's all black folks' family that's like that, but it was like this for me. Tell me if you can relate to it. Like Pops, well, he wasn't around like that. But if I called him, he would come through, get me something, give a few dollars or whatever. If I wanted the latest game or whatever, he would go out his way to get it. Anything that I wanted materialistically, that man would go and he would get it. He would break his neck and get it. I could call him even at his job, right? And he never made too much of a fuss about it because he knows what I know. You ain't really here like that. This is all when I was a kid, obviously. I'm talking like I'm trying to take it the earliest age that I can remember, right? Let's go from like 7 up to 17, maybe. It was like that, you know? Bicycles, game systems, video games, money to do things, just like that. You understand? If you're a black man in America, then you understand exactly what I'm talking about. But anyway, Sunday is Father's Day, and shout out to all the fathers. Shout out to all the real daddies. You know what I'm saying? Not the ones that's just dropping off a few dollars every once in a while. Not the ones that's thinking that materialistic is all it takes to raise a child. Not the ones that's hitting it and then disappearing and finding out 18 years later that they even had a kid, fam. You know what I mean? I get it. We get in the heat of the moment as adults, and you maybe not necessarily mean to have a child with that person, but maybe if people took that into account, then maybe, you know, these things wouldn't happen. But I get it, we grown. You know, who don't like fucking? Who don't like sex? Like, you're not thinking about all that. You're not comprehending all that. That's just what it is, man. Amen. 702, appreciate you. Appreciate you. But yeah, you know the crazy thing is, I was never even mad at my pops. All them years, even thinking back at it now, knowing that he wasn't in my life like that, I was never actually mad. As a matter of fact, when I actually had did my therapist thing, my counseling thing, went to go speak to her, like I told y'all before, she had asked me, like, are you upset about that? You know, he asked you all type of damn questions. She was asking me. I'm like, you know what? I'm really not mad at him. You can't tell me I'm not one of the most understanding people in the world. Because even then, I looked at it like, you know, I feel like in my mind, maybe I was making up excuses for him. I don't know. I know I would never do that. I could never see myself doing it like that. But I'm not mad at him. I'm not. Still got nothing but love for him. It's not like it's not like I don't know where he's at or anything. I know where the man is at. I know where he live, he married and everything. You know what I mean? I remember growing up as a kid, like his wife couldn't stand me calling the house. This is one of them situations. You know what I mean? I understand talking about personal business, but I'm talking about real life shit. And I guarantee you most people on this app can understand where I'm coming from with that. But shout out to the real daddies out there, man. You understand? Like, I came across some videos that I'm actually going to play in a few minutes. Ironically, they popped up right around Father's Day. You know, just, but real quick, hold on. Appreciate y'all, man. Whoever in the chat, whoever in the bushes, whatever, you know, just hit the like or whatever. This is a clip I came across. This ain't got nothing to do with no Father's Day, but it's a lot of groping going on this week, fam. I don't know what's up. I don't know what's going on, but you got folks who just like helping themselves to other people's private parts. That shit is a shame, right? Now, one of the main things people was talking about was the actor from Power, Michael Rainey Jr., which is one of my favorite shows. I don't even care for TV like that, but that's one of the shows I watch. You know what I'm saying? Live. I don't know if it was Twitch or whichever one of those streaming sites. This dude's sister, who I guess was supposed to be a popular streamer, his sister ended up grabbing this man's shit, right? Like, it's like she didn't even know they was live, fam. People been talking about that for like the past week. But it's like that energy of groping is in the air, because it's a whole new level when you see the police do it, fam. Would you believe it? And I'm looking at it from two ways here. And I'm going to explain that in a minute. But I'm going to play this clip right quick. It's crazy.
Good evening, man. I'm Officer Jones, MPD. Got you going 65 and I'm 45 back there, okay?
What if I show you these?
So I can see tits on the internet anytime.
Well, what if you touch them?
Yeah, that makes it feel better, all right.
Yeah.
I'll let you go with a warning. So next time, slow it down for me, all right? You have a good night.
Thanks.
What the fuck?
Police now say Sean Herman was on the clock working when he took part in that video. News Channel 5 investigative reporter Levi Ismail first broke this story. I know you just got off the phone with police. What are they saying?
Well, we now know that Metro Nashville police continued their investigation even after they fired Herman last month. Metro police say Herman was on duty when he took part in the OnlyFans video where he groped a woman's breasts on camera. Police arrested Herman this morning, more than a month later, on 2 counts of felony official misconduct. They say Herman was in the Madison area to film this video, which was the same precinct he covered as a patrol officer. We now know the couple in the video organized this stunt with Herman, but in the weeks since, they reached out to say Herman was the one who asked to do this stunt. In the video, Herman identifies himself as, quote, Officer Johnson, before being invited to reach for the woman's breasts. We see his shoulder for a brief moment, which had what appeared to be the Metro Nashville logo. We also saw a Metro Nashville police squad car. Now, police say they found out about the video the day before we called, after we got tips sent to us as well. They said that Herman was already on a, quote, last chance agreement for misconduct with other officers, which is why they fired them the very next day.
I don't mean to laugh at that. I don't mean to laugh, fam. But my thing is this. That man was all about his business when he walked up to that car. The minute that woman mentioned, you can grab my titty, his whole demeanor changed. That man said, good day. Y'all can go ahead. All of that, right? And it's so fucking crazy because, like, he's seeing the other person who was filming him. As a police officer, right? Whether this woman propositioned you with that or not, you as the one who's wearing the badge, you have to make a conscious decision, a lawful decision to say no to the titty, right? Person sitting right there recording this man while he went, I'm talking a handful. He did that shit like there was no camera at all. Now, there's two ways I'm looking at it. Help me, you know what I mean? Number one, of course, the cop was wrong. He had no business doing that. Job at jeopardy and all that. He's probably thinking, okay, no matter if they got the camera on me or not, she's propositioning me to grab a titty, right? So I can do this and let them go ahead about their business. I ain't got nothing else to worry about. Now, were they wrong? The woman who propositioned him to grab her titty, was she wrong? Because obviously, after they recorded this man, they went and they put this video up on social media. Now, the only reason that the man let them go is because he's thinking, I don't have nothing to worry about. They sure enough as hell, they would not put this on social media after I'm letting them go with, a little slight warning, barely that. He would never figure he would have to worry about his job now being in jeopardy because they went, and could it possibly be looked at as them snaking him? Like maybe it's like, oh, we got away. That, you know what I'm saying? All I had to do was let this fool feel my titty. The hell with him. Not only did I get away with it, but now I'm gonna put the video up and bust his ass too. Like I'm looking at, is there two wrongs here? Now I get it. Knock that part out. Boom. The cop ain't had no business grabbing nobody breast, right? Even if it's in his face. She was thirsty as hell too. Hopefully that wasn't her boyfriend in the car but I'm saying though, the fact that they went probably as soon as they left, it was like, dude, you won't believe what just happened. The cop just grabbed her titty. Like, I'm putting this up on social media. Like, is it possible that we could look at it like the cop is dirty and she's shiesty too? Or am I tripping? I think about shit like that. But at the end of the day, if you got a badge, I know police probably can't stand the fact that after that, which situation was it? Was it the George Floyd situation? Which situation was it that caused would cause people to start like videotaping the police? And anytime they had a situation, anytime it's popular now. Anytime somebody gets pulled over, gets approached by the police, they pull out their camera and they record. I know the police hate that shit. And even then, it don't even stop nothing. You see this fool, he had a camera right in his face and he just went and grabbed the whole titty. It don't get no wilder than that, fam. It don't get no wilder than that. But is the lady wrong too? Like, is there a chance we could say, listen, you snaked that man. He let y'all go. He probably could apply more pressure. Who knows? It might have had warrants or something. But because she ripped out her, I'm just saying, man. But back to Father's Day, right? And now, obviously, I ain't got no kids. If anybody ever wondering, Realist ain't got no kids, fam. Shout out to anybody who does. It's not something that I was ever trying to do. If it should happen, then it should. If it happens, it happens. But shout out to all the single mothers and all, there's even single fathers out there. Definitely shout out to the single mothers, because if there's one thing that's common in America, it's definitely single mothers. You don't see too many single fathers, right? And this, most of the time, the fathers are the one that get shit on a lot. You understand? I'm talking about the ones who actually want to be in their kid's life, But But I want to play this clip right here. This is some of the saddest shit I've seen. If you somebody who is sentimental, like if you're sensitive, this might, especially if you are a single mother, this type of thing that might make you even shed a tear too. I seen this. I said, this is a damn shame right here. Mothers again, I can't say it enough. Imagine you are a single mother. You doing everything by yourself. Food on the table, roof over the head, clothes on the back, all of that. Ain't getting no help from the father, right? So when it's like Christmas and birthday, you want to go all out for your kid. You want to make sure if you couldn't do it any other day of the year, you want to make sure that their birthday is the most special time of the year, right? Right. So this black single mother, she did that. She did what every other single mother would do, and she went all out for a kid. And she put together a birthday party for him. And just the end result of this video, not even the end result. As soon as the video comes on, she makes it clear of who showed up and who didn't show up. It's a shame, fam.
I swear to God, though, nothing hurt feelings more than some shit like this. It's just me and my baby, but my feelings is so hurt right now. Thank you.
You do actually get a large pizza for the adult.
Pepperoni. I can't even sit here and act like my feelings ain't hurt. My feelings is hurt though. Like to have a party, to have a whole table, and it's just me and my baby. Like I'm not even gonna lie, but my feelings is hurt. I can't even hide my emotions right now. Like I'm not even supposed to be like that, but to be sitting in a place full of people and knowing that it's only you and your baby, man, I swear to God on my dead mama and my daddy, a bitch can kiss my ass. A bitch better not never in their life hit my phone. A bitch better not ever in their life ask me for advice. A bitch better not ever in their life ever talk to me.
Mama was in tears, fam. You seen the little boy got the little party hat on. The table, they got everything set up there for a birthday party. The only noise you hear are the people in the background and the person that came up there. Not even the father himself showed up for his child's birthday. That's the type of shit that get a lot of these dudes drug out here. And it's unfortunate, you know, because there are like real fathers out there who would never, they would make it a priority. They would stop everything to be there for their child's day like that, right? But that's sad. No friends, no cousins, not like the mama, none of her friends showed up, no schoolmates or nothing. I would love to see their face when she put that up on social media and they seen that. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. So that's the type of thing that single mothers go through. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how old the kid is, but no matter what age, that's something that he gonna remember. He gonna remember that time mama worked hard to put together a birthday party for me, and not one person that I knew showed up, not even my father. Now I see this next clip. This is the complete opposite. Because like I say, there are good fathers out there, and we can't let the ones who ain't shit, even though there's a lot of them, probably more than the good ones. It's sad to say, but here's a video of a kid who's graduating, right? And this, what this does right here, this kind of like, this goes into the whole baby mama, baby daddy drama. Like, you know, you know how usually the average baby mama or baby father, they hate each other, fam. Can't get along. You know what I mean? When they laid down and he had that baby, not once did they ever think that one day down the line they would end up hating each other to the point where they can't even coexist to raise their child, co-parent. To the point where one of them is actually trying to keep the other one away from graduation day. You can't make this shit up. Watch this. His father, he's trying to do what a lot of fathers ain't even trying to do. He's trying to come to his baby graduation. And would you believe that moms was stopping this man, giving this man grief? He recorded the whole thing. I'm going to play it though.
I do got rights. No, it's all right, son. The world needs to see how she act because she crazy.
Where's this girl going back, by the way? From your raggedy ass mom.
I just came to see my son graduate and give him a gift. That's all I did. You didn't make him by yourself, sweetie. And you ain't raised him by yourself. You know how much money I spend on my son? What prosecuting? I'm done playing with you. Man, look, I bought my son a gift for graduation, and look how she acting. Got my son crying because he wanted to see me. But this how bipolar people act. She just, I don't know what's wrong with her. Then she ain't tell nobody about the graduation and she mad I found out. But it's cool. Talking about she got a prosecutor about to lock me up for what? For taking care of my son? Jacob, just stay praying, all right, bro? Love you too, man. Stay praying. Stay prayed up, son. It's gonna be all right. Stay prayed up, man. I love you. I already got you acting crazy. That's a mess, man. Mad because I came to see my son graduate.
It's a mess, all right. That's a mess, all right. Anti, what's going on with you? Appreciate you. He said, Jacob, stay praying. Stay praying. That's a damn shame. You heard what that man said? He said you wouldn't tell nobody about the graduation, where it was happening, that you wouldn't let nobody know the information. But then you mad that I found out. You know how many dudes out there, they could have had the information mailed to their house and they still wouldn't have showed up, man. This man actually was able to get, first off, this is one of them times where you gotta separate the evil women from the decent women and the good women. That's some, if it was a man doing, if it was a man not showing up, not bringing no gifts and all that, he would be called a piece of shit, right? So is it fair to call this woman a piece of shit for trying to stop the man she laid down with and had the baby with? That kid said, love you, Dad. So he old enough to understand what's going on. He sounded like he got a little puberty in his voice and all of that. That man came to bring a graduation gift to his son's graduation. That's a shame. That's the type of shit that really, man, just shout out to the single fathers, man. When you see this type of shit, it make you glad that you don't have them problems. I'm so glad I ain't got them problems. I got a million problems, but a baby mama ain't one of them. You know what I'm saying? It's terrible. Like the whole purpose of having a kid is supposed to be a beautiful thing, right? But then you got to deal with the person that you had the baby with. That's a shame. Because is it possible there's more to it? Is it possible maybe that he's putting on a front and we don't know what else is going on behind the scene? Maybe he's not as good of a father as he make himself out to be, but in that moment he decided to catch it on camera. Is it possible? Because what made her so mad? What made this woman so angry? What made this woman feel so much hatred to the point where she's like, she trying to get away from this boy, to this man too. She trying to get away from that man with the quickness, got in the car. He said, "Love you, Dad." He said, "Stay praying, Jacob. Jacob, I feel for you, man. I feel for you." What Miss T say? He needs to go to court, so she can't deny him. Yeah, absolutely. Maybe it's a thing that's already in progress. Hopefully, you know what I mean? But like I say, is it possible there's more to the situation than meets the eye? Maybe off camera, he's not really as good of a father. Well, I'm not going to say that because I don't know him. But maybe off camera, there's just more to the situation. You know what I mean? And maybe, just maybe, he caught him. He just happened to record himself being, that good father. And he's like, let me put this on the camera. I don't know, because you don't know people. You know what I'm saying? You can only go off of one thing I learned from watching these clips that be on social media, we only know what we see. You understand? But no matter what the case, no matter if he did wrong by this woman, because obviously she's holding a personal grudge, because from the way that the kid sounds, like, like love. It's the way he said, the way he yelled out, "Love you, Dad," was like it's a normal thing. Oh, yeah, she tripping again. Love you, Dad. You know what I mean? That shit crazy. It's a damn shame. You know what I mean? But Father's Day, y'all. Father's Day. Shout out to the fathers that's actually, standing on business. I know it's not a lot of them out there, especially places like where I come from. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's to the point where seeing a father in the household with his kids, a black father in the household, like it's like kind of like a rare thing. Ain't that some shit? Seems like it's kind of like a rare thing. What Miss T said. She still could have handled it a different way. She hurt the child most. Yeah, I agree with that. Let's say homie did like cheat on her. Maybe they was together. He did something that, something more towards her. Understand? But what do women do in situations with the baby father? When they get back at the baby daddy, what's the number one thing they do? Especially when he's somebody that is in his kid's life. What's the first thing they're gonna do? If they can't hurt you no other way, the only way left to hurt you is by using the kid. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I'm glad as hell I ain't got to go through that type of shit, fam. I'm so glad. So glad. But shout out to everybody who popped in, you know what I'm saying? Hit the like, even if you popped in for a few seconds. Yeah, I'm gonna get off the Father's Day subject because I'm not a father myself, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to the real fathers out there, that they definitely should only be celebrated by those. And we know who those are, right? I mean, but back to this groping situation, right? Because it seems like this week, this is the second time this week that I heard about somebody putting their hands on somebody where it was just completely out of pocket. People was talking about this like all week long. But see, I'm actually a fan of this show, Power. You know what I mean? I'm mad that they get ready to go off for the series getting ready to end. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a super fan of that. And I don't even like TV. My fault, y'all. I don't even like TV, but I definitely, I'm a fan of that show. But it's crazy how people can like be so popular just from being a streamer, right? Like we all can stream. Anybody can make an account. You can become a streamer. But a lot of these faces that I see on social media, like on these sites that talk about the news and stuff like that, it be these streamers. I'm like, who is that? Like, what's that dude name? Kai Cenat. I don't know how you pronounce it. Kai Cenat. I think he's on Twitch or something like that. But these streamers are big and they popular. You know what I mean? The more time that goes by, the more streamers that come into the game and the bigger they get. You understand? But there was this streamer, I forgot his name. It starts with a T or a J. It's not really relevant. But anyway, this dude was having a stream and he had the actor from Power, Michael Rainey Jr., as like a special guest. And in the back, he got all his family and friends and all that up in there. And in the background, his sister, She like just you would have thought that there was no camera on at all. She went up to this man and just straight up grabbed on this man. She up in his face like, yeah, like you like that, like you can't make this shit up, fam. So it kind of like opened up the doors for men who are victimized, sexualized. You understand? Is that something that gets swept under a rug? Is that talked about enough? I don't know. But in this case, people really did react to it. I know that, but I'm gonna play the clip. Hold on.
My next girlfriend's gonna be Kylie Jenner. Clip that. We got 54,000 views. I'm doing anything for clout. I'm trying to go viral. Just trying to see.
Let me make you go viral. You got a banana?
Oh!
It wasn't me. That was her.
Get out! Get out! Get out! Back the fuck up. Yo, bro! She's not allowed back in here. Fuck! She's not allowed back in here. Shanique, Ma! Everybody in here has worked a job, has more than $1 million. Y'all have never worked, y'all never did nothing. Y'all literally have 5 minutes of max in here. Then y'all gotta get out, okay?
5 minutes? You know how much 5 minutes is?
Okay?
Yeah.
They've never worked. You gotta think. They've never worked a job, but they can party with us. Yo, anybody need water? Anybody need water? Nah, we good, bro.
No, paper towels for them.
Paper towel. Shut the fuck up.
Not to be rude or anything, but like you might not even be cute enough to be grabbing on nobody. But if you look close, like the black dude in the back, I mean, he black as a motherfucker. Shout out to all African American fam. You know, I'm black, brown, but this ain't no diss towards nobody when I say shit like that. But I'm just saying, you could barely see that boy. If it wasn't for the shirt and the wall, you couldn't even tell he was there, fam. If he didn't have any other colors on, you wouldn't be able to see that man. But it's when she went up to him and she grabbed him on, it looked like the other dude kind of like noticed. He like looking over. But it's like he didn't know what to say. And for a second, it looked like the brother who is the streamer, the one who was talking, who was in front of the camera. It looked like he noticed it for a second too. Is there a chance maybe they seen it, then they kind of just like downplayed it a little bit? Like maybe they figured, okay, if he don't make a big deal out of it, I ain't gonna say nothing. But the thing is, this was live. So people reacted to this. And, you know, he had to explain. He had to react to the controversy that came behind that. He had to speak up on behalf of his sister doing some shit like that. That is embarrassing. If you're a brother, your little sister, I take it, little sister, grab on somebody like that, you know, making herself look crazy. Like that's how your sister rolling. Like that's how you got yourself out here looking, got me looking crazy, and I got to speak up for you. But yeah, he had to speak up on that.
Chat, word of my mother, I'm trying to literally ignore this shit. But I'm getting texts, the energy shifted, and niggas just got up and left. Like, all that shit really made me, like, all those side of shit really made me feel away. Because when people come, this is your crib. It's about hospitality. That means everything. Stop telling me to ignore it, because when I was trying to ignore it, y'all dick riders was spamming it. That shit really got me really feeling away because, bro, I be around celebrities all day. You feel what I'm saying? Like, even when I first started being around my first few celebrities, don't get me wrong, I do unusual shit. No homo. Like, nothing crazy. Like, I'll be like, yo, like, I be trying to record, get a video, a picture, whatever. But due time, you feel what I'm saying? That shit don't really mean nothing to you. We all equal, we all the same. But she never seen somebody that caliber, so she start, you feel what I'm saying? And that's my sister, so, like, I'm not going to say nothing bad about her. I'm going to just check and tell her, like, you don't got to be on it. We all the same. We all human. If he's here for me, he's here for you.
Yeah. So that was him, you know, obviously speaking up on behalf of his sister, explaining. He said she never seen anybody of that caliber. Because the dude, like I say, he's a celebrity. You know, he's the lead actor in one of my favorite shows, Power. Once again, I'm mad that they get ready to go off for the series. But he said he used to being around celebrities. So how is she not used to being around people of that caliber? I don't know. I ain't gonna bash him because that's the thing I wanted to react to, right? People was coming at this dude. They was saying that he was making up excuses for his sister. They saying that he was like trying to cover up the situation. Is that what y'all got from that? Do it seem like he was trying to like you know, like sweep the situation under the rug. He was trying to like, you know, I didn't get that. You know, like I said, I looked in the comments on one of the sites that was speaking about this, and they was really going at him. They was saying, "Yo, you really like sticking up for your sister." I don't know where the hell they got that from. Maybe it's something maybe it's something he said that I didn't hear. But I just felt like he was just being. I felt like he was being genuine. What else is he supposed to say? His sister's the one who grabbed on somebody that, you know, he didn't do it. The only thing he can say is, you know, I don't remember hearing, you know, I'm sorry y'all had to see that, but that was just a little snippet. You understand? At the end of the day, sister or no sister, even though no female, you definitely do gotta have a talk with your sister, because you like that. That's it's one thing when you got a brother. It's one thing when you got a brother, right? And you got your friends around, and then maybe they got an attraction towards your sister, or the sister got an attraction towards the friends, and then they tried to mess with the sister behind the scenes when you ain't around. But it's another thing when you got the sister actually going after your homie, somebody who y'all don't even know like that, a celebrity who took time out their day to come and chill with y'all because you a popular stream. By the way, I don't know who that man is. That was the first time I ever seen that kid. I don't know nothing about none of these streamers, fam. Trust and believe me. What did Miss T say? No, he's just ignorant. Maybe not a good word to use, but you think so, Miss T? I mean, maybe his attitude, his energy. Is that what you mean? Like his demeanor, you know, by the way he was talking was kind of like, you know, maybe it was a little bit of arrogance there, you know. But aside from that, my only thing here is people who were saying that he was trying to like protect his sister, or like speaking up for her, like, you know, or trying to like downplay the situation. Professor, love you, lady. Appreciate you. Peace and love. Appreciate you. Definitely. I didn't get that. I felt like he was just saying like, listen, she don't know how to act. You know what I mean? Basically, she don't know how to act. She was wild out for that. She ain't. You gotta excuse her. She ain't been around nobody before. You know, it's like when it's like when, you know, the older person or the mother, father, or brother, you know, says to somebody, you take somebody somewhere and they act stupid, they act out of the ordinary. People looking at them like they're crazy. Like, I'm sorry about that. They ain't been nowhere before. You got to watch out for them. You know what I'm saying? I apologize. You know, they don't know how to act. That's why I don't take them around nobody. You know, she's that person. She's that person you can't bring around nobody. What up, Miss T said? He felt there was no big deal. What about his sister? That's not a good look for her. Right, absolutely. I see what you're saying, Miss T. I felt like, and I could be wrong, it's just my perspective. I felt like, you know, because this was a snippet, you know what I mean? There might have been a little bit more longer of a clip of him speaking about it. But I felt like, hold on, you know what? I'll do this. Let me play it back real quick.
Chat, word of my mother, I'm trying to literally ignore this shit. But I'm getting texts, the energy shifted, and niggas just got up and left. Like, all that shit really made me, like, all those side of that shit really made me feel away. Because when people come, this is your crib. It's about hospitality. That means everything. Stop telling me to ignore it, because when I was trying to ignore it, y'all dick riders was spamming it. That shit really got me really feeling away, because, bro, I be around celebrities all day. You feel what I'm saying? Like, even when I first started being around my first few celebrities, don't get me wrong, I do unusual shit. No homo. Like, nothing crazy. Like, I'll be like, yo, like, I be trying to record, get a video, a picture, whatever. But due time, you feel what I'm saying? That shit don't really mean nothing to you. We all equal, we all the same. But she never seen somebody that caliber, so she start, you feel what I'm saying? And that's my sister, so, like, I'm not gonna say nothing bad about her. I'm gonna just check and tell her, like, you don't gotta be on it. We all the same, we all human. If he's here for me, he's here for you.
Okay. Now I missed that part when he said that. He said he kept it real. You know what I'm saying? He said, I'm trying to ignore this. You know what I'm saying? He said, I'm trying to ignore this. So maybe I was right about what I was saying when she did it. If you remember the clip, It's like the kid up against the wall kind of like seen it a little bit, but then he kind of, it's like his full mouth was open and everything. He was just sitting there with this dumb ass look on his face, like he might have seen that shit. Cause it's like all them people in that small ass room. How do you not see this girl right there grabbing on this kid, man? Well, this man, he's a man. And the anti say that situation was crazy. If it was the other way around, he would have been locked up, and that's for sure. That's Dan show for sure right there. Yeah, you know what? I forget. He actually had the one who had been groped, Michael Rainey. He actually had put up a response to this, bro. I feel like I had like took a screenshot of it or something. Let me look real quick. He had responded to all of this shit. Damn, where'd it go? Yeah, he had reacted to it. Damn, I had that shit down somewhere. Hold on, while I look for it, because I know I had it. I know I wanted to read it out what he was saying. He did react to it. Hold on, y'all. Bear with me because I want to find this real quick. Let me see. Let me see. Because he definitely did react to it. Hold on. Bear with me. Hold on. Let me see. You said you believe he's taking action through the courts, Miss T? He could be. He damn sure would have every right to. I was just looking at his response the other day. Okay, I think I found it. I think I found it. Hold on, y'all. It looks a little bit blurry, though. Let me see. All right. Okay, so this is what he has said. It's kind of blurry, but he said at this point, everyone has seen the what? See, this shit is too blurry. Hold on, y'all. Damn, why is this shit so blurry? Anyway, he said, I'm still in shock. This is at the time when it happened, right? He said he said he doesn't fully know how to process it. He said what had happened, it was an unfortunate situation. That, he said he doesn't condone in any way. He said he can't take it lightly because he knows that he'd be in serious trouble. Right. And it goes back to the roles being reversed. He says, I can't take it lightly because I know I would be in serious trouble if the roles were reversed. Right. Fact is, sexual assault is never okay, regardless of gender or status. We're all human and we should respect each other. Most importantly, we should always respect ourselves. Right. So if you feel like he want to take, I don't know exactly what he would get if he did take it to court. Maybe the whole point is just to make a statement like, listen, man, you got to talk to your sister. You got to do something. If this right here don't teach you, obviously you got to pull that girl to the side. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't nothing more ghetto than that. When you bring your peoples, especially somebody who ain't never been there before, a celebrity at that, around your family and your sister just got to be the one. You know what I'm saying? Like she doing groupie stuff right there in the room. Imagine what she would have did if there wasn't nobody in the room. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Pulitzer's I talk to her, man. Talk to her. Like, I would love to know what she got to say after all of that. That's crazy. That shit is crazy, man. Like, you know, that's one of them situations. Maybe it's the era we in. Maybe it's the era we in. Maybe it's, you know, I mean, take a look at what we got for entertainment. You got the mulattoes, you got the Megans, you got the Cardis and all that. You know, you got the sexy reds, they twerking and twisting and busting and popping. You know what I'm saying? Sex tapes getting leaked on IG stories and all of that. Look at the influences of this era right here. Should society be blamed, or is that more of a, you know, she got parents, she got a brother, she got family who should have taught her, listen, you don't do that. You know, like, is that her natural behavior, or did she get so damn overwhelmed to the point where it's like, I gotta shoot my shot here and now. I see this nigga on TV all the time. I got to take my shot. That shit crazy. What Professor Lovely Lady say? Well, in my church voice, ain't that a shame? Ain't that something? I know how I would feel. You know, he kept it real. He said, I was trying to ignore this. You know, which made me go back to when I was looking at the clip. It looked like he did peep it a little bit, but then he just, you know, he just continued to talk and all of that. She did it in the same room with the babies. Like, it was some little kids that was right there. Right there. She doing all of that. She got no type of home training. Oh my God. I could imagine how she get down when she go to school. I can imagine. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even trying to bash her, but obviously, you know, if she think that that's okay and they was actually live, imagine what she doing on a daily basis. But obviously, you know, people start to talk about when men are victimized. You know, some men could care less if that was to happen to them. A woman grabbing on them, touching on them. You understand? Because as men, we don't really complain about that type of thing when it happened to us. You understand? I'm trying to think if I could ever remember a time where a woman just like grabbed on me like that. I'm trying to think. I can't really remember, you know? I can't really remember because if I didn't want nothing to do with you, if I wasn't attracted to you or interested into you, I probably wouldn't be around you in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So you wouldn't get a chance to do it to me. But yeah, that shit ain't cool. You know, as she look like she could be, from what I seen, like she could be like 14, 15, something. She might be older than that. And if she is older than that, then that's just what makes it worse. Cause how you ain't know that wasn't cool? You know? What a Professor Lovely Lady said. Times have surely changed, at least from when I was growing up, shaking my head. Yeah. Yeah. Like I say, I don't know if Michael is gonna. Well, what can he do though? Yeah, he can go to court. He can take them to court, but this is a streamer. What exactly is he gonna get? Obviously, the dude is popular. You know, I ain't gonna lie. I think it's kind of crazy how these streamers can get so popular to the point where they're in the same room as celebrities. You understand? Like that's kind of wild to me. I ain't never seen that boy. If it had not been for Michael Rainey Jr. getting groped in that video, I would have never ever seen this kid face. You know, he did have an arrogant demeanor about it. You know, he was kind of cocky about it and whatnot. You know, just from the way he was talking, you know, I was trying to ignore this and, you know, not to repeat everything he was saying verbatim or whatever. But at the same time, it's like, what else do you say? His sister is the one that did it. You know, people felt like he should have had more to say, you know, but this was just a clip right here that I was playing. You know, there could have been more to it than that, but I don't know, man. But when you talk about men being sexualized and shit like that, you know, there's a lot of men who would be absolutely okay with that. You know what I mean? Because we're men, it's like, you know, I guess sometimes we look at it different. But of course, when you're a celebrity, when you're in the eyes of the public, and it's made a big deal, you know, of course, Michael had to put that out. You know what I'm saying? You really wanted though. Did he like it at all? Like, was he okay with it really? You know what I mean? Don't think me strange for saying that. I'm just keeping it real. As men, when women are aggressive towards you like that, I'm just talking just straight like from the perspective of a man now. You know, you probably Commander, what's going on? Alpha, appreciate you. What did Miss T say? He can get over sexual assault. You can't just go around touching people. I agree. You know, she ain't had no business doing it. I'm gonna play it back. Hold on, y'all.
My next girlfriend's gonna be Kylie Jenner. Clip that. We got 54,000 views. I'm doing anything for clout. I'm trying to go viral. Just trying to see.
Let me make you go viral. You got a banana?
Oh!
It wasn't me. That was her.
Get out!
I can fuck up.
Yo, bro. She's not allowed back in here. Fuck! She's not allowed back in here. Shanique, Mom! Mom! Everybody in here has worked a job, has more than $1 million. Y'all have never worked, y'all never did nothing. Y'all literally have 5 minutes of max in here. Then y'all gotta get out, okay?
5 minutes? You know how much 5 minutes is?
Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've never worked. You gotta think. They've never worked a job, but they can party with us. Yo, anybody need water? Nah, we good, bro.
No, paper towels for them.
Paper towels. Shut the fuck up.
Damn. They had him looking like he was all kind of uncomfortable up in there, fam. I would say, what was that? It was just a clip that's kind of like been viral for the last week. Alpha. This actor named Michael, he ended up getting groped by this streamer's sister, basically, while they were live. You know, so people ended up making a big deal about it. You know, and it opened up the doors, it opened up the conversation for men that are sexualized, victimized, and things like that. You understand? But yeah, that's, you know, another thing, you know, I ain't never had no little sister, nothing like that. I got a half sister that's older than me. But, you know, another thing that comes into play is if you are a brother, a big brother, you know, it's your duty to protect your sister and to make sure, you know, especially if the father don't do it, like, damn, where our father at? Like, and who was the older dude over there in the corner? It looked like he was trying to like point it out. He was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't really catch that before. Like, maybe he was trying to tell him something. Like, you see what she's doing over here? Like, you understand? Like, they up in there sipping and everything like that. I guarantee you he won't come back there. But yeah, the next figure next after a father is the brother. Like, you got little sisters, you know, you definitely got to be the one to let them know, like, you know, this is what you don't do. Because we men, we see it every day. You know, sometimes we end up dealing with females who act like that. So why would we want our sister to be a part of that statistic? You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, lovely lady. Appreciate you. But that's wild though. And like you say, Miss T, he could take action. But what exactly would he get? You know, I mean, he's a streamer. He probably got a little bit of money. Because these streamers, I see they making bank. What's that dude's name? I just said it earlier. His first name is Kai. His last name is spelled Cenat. He just actually had a situation about a couple of weeks ago where a female was in his bed, slept with him. She took a picture and she recorded herself laid up with the dude. So these like, you got women that's trying to come up on the streamers now. Any way it could get it. Any way they could get it. You know what I'm saying? This is an era of anybody can be famous. All you gotta do is sit in front of a camera 24/7. You'll get there. What did Alpha say? Us women get touched at the club, at the concert, in a crowd. Yeah, booties get grabbed and spanked. Yeah, yeah. I ain't need to laugh. Trust me, because you're right. You know, it happened to women all the time. When it happened to men, it's like I think the only reason it's a big deal in this case is because of who he is. It's the manner of which he did it. Like, how much respect could you possibly have for yourself? It's one thing when it's like, okay, whatever happens behind closed doors stays behind closed doors, but they were live. It sounded like he said, like, what did he say, like 40 something or 30 something thousand people watching or something like that, he said. But he was just talking about how many people was watching him. Like, let's take this, let's run this down. You got a room full of people, brother there, maybe possibly sisters, the little girls, right? They're live, celebrity, a human being you ain't never met in your life. There's like four things right there, right? People are gonna watch this back. She didn't take none of that into account, fam. She wasn't trying to, just for the sake of her brother, like, I ain't gonna do that. That's my brother. It's my brother's peoples. This is his friend right here. Why would I do that? She ain't take not one of those things into account. She did eat him. Yeah, she did. She did. She did eat him. You know what I'm saying? Except she ain't really famous like that, nothing like that. And it's like you probably ain't even cute enough to be grabbing on nobody. If you're gonna grab on a man without his permission, at least be cute, man. You know. I'm just speaking from a man's perspective. That's the one thing we want. If you're gonna go there with it, don't ever touch me without my permission. But if you're gonna try, at least be a woman I wouldn't mind touching, Be something I want to touch back, if anything. You understand? Let me stop, man. Alpha says, was she drinking? And I says, Commander, I hope so, because that was a no. I know the dude that was in the corner. He was getting his sip on. Alcohol could have been a factor. It could have been a factor. Hopefully it was, because like I say, I'm just saying, no, just from a man's perspective, some men are not with it, no matter what. Just don't touch me. Don't do that. It's disrespectful, and that's the type of thing that make a lot of women not have respect for us when we don't stand up, when we don't stand 10 toes down on that type of thing, So it does benefit us when we speak up on that type of thing, because a lot of women, they figure, oh, girl, he don't care. You could do whatever. These dudes, they thirsty. They don't care if we touch them or what. That's the type of shit that keeps that stigma around, Lovely lady, don't pay me no mind. What I would say. I know a female who go around touching everyone when she has one too many drinks. Yeah. Nah, it looked like she was one of them, Alpha. And she said, this is why they think it's okay for women to do it, because men don't, especially if she fine, right? You can't pay me no mind, Miss T. All in all, y'all, like, I'm joking. I'm bullshitting. I wouldn't want no woman touching me like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you're right. That's why some women probably don't have respect for men, because they look at it like, in a situation like that, a man got to stand up for himself. You got to stand 10 toes down. Like, wait a minute. I'm a man. I'm a grown ass man. You don't touch me like that. I didn't tell you to touch me. I didn't touch you. I didn't put my hands on you. You don't put your hands on me. Have some respect. I'm a grown ass man. Like, I don't know you. Have some respect about it. You act right, I might have took you out. I might have took your number or something. You know what I'm saying? Have some respect about yourself. How about that? Have some respect about yourself. You understand? Cut that out. You know what I'm saying? Now go sit in the corner and think about what you did. That's what a brother should be telling her. Like, go sit down somewhere, think about what you did. Don't you ever pull no bullshit like that again. You understand? Like, you making me look bad. You know what I mean? Lovely lady, she said, I refuse to even comment on that. What I would say. Yeah. Yeah, it's irresponsible, you know, because even if alcohol was a factor, like I said, that's not still not a reason. That's when it really goes down, when people start to drink. That's when they really start to act a fool, when they just go to show, oh, you can't hold your liquor. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't contain yourself when you getting, you understand? I bet you they'll be more careful with her ass around. Like, they all clumped together in that one small room. You know what I'm saying? Look like it's hot up in there. Too many black people in one small room. That ain't cool anyway. You know what I'm saying? That ain't cool. For real, corner now. You know, hopefully he spoke to her. You know, hopefully he told her, like, don't you ever pull no shit like that again. Are you crazy? Like, they know me all over the world now. You know what I mean? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It's just, it really is crazy to me how you could really be so popular to have a celebrity in your house just because you somebody who be in front of the camera all day. It really is a new era, fam. It really is. Well, Alpha say poor little Take Ting. Oh, hell no. Crazy. Yeah, she look young. She look young. You know, she look young. I would say, if I had to guess, 16, 17, 15, maybe. You know? The younger she is, the worse it is. You understand? Like, she was all up in his face, man. All up in his face. So, you know, if he did decide to, like, take them to court or whatever, he would be completely in the right for that. That boy got a brand, you know? Like, everybody know this kid. Like, on top of that, I could have sworn he had a girlfriend. She probably want to whip somebody else behind that shit. Like, yo, who is this bitch that put her hands on you? That's it crazy. That's a good question. What if he had touched her back? And that's what he was saying when he responded about it. You know, he was like, basically saying, I have to take this serious because if the roles were reversed, I know I would be in serious shit. I know my ass would be getting lit up. And that's a fact. You know, that's a fact. So he had no choice but to put that out there, you know? But did he put it out there just because of who he is, or did he put it out there because he really didn't appreciate it? Of course, at the time, you know, he laughing and stuff. He didn't know how to react. You know what I'm saying? But if I really didn't want her touching me and I really didn't like it, right then and there, I'd be like, yo, you see your sister? Get your ass out of here. You don't see what she doing right now? I don't know you. You ain't even cute. Get your ass out. Let me stop. Being cute ain't got nothing to do with it, y'all. You know, I'm just adding humor into it. But that really is that's an ill situation. That's nasty work right there. And if you ask me, if you look close, it looked like a couple of them kind of like peeped it, but they was kind of like ignoring it. You know what I'm saying? Like, in a sense, they probably been thinking to themselves, well, we got a big time celebrity up in here. If you wanna take her in the next room or something and do something, it kind of gave me that vibes. If you look close, you could see that they was kind of like, you know, like, I mean, noticed it, but they didn't really say too much. You understand? That's why, homie, when he's explaining, he's like, I was trying to ignore it. That's because you sitting right there, like, you're facing them, even though you got the little baby. You know, she really didn't take into account that the babies was right there. The little girl, the little girls is right there. Please don't let her be an influence to the babies in the room. My God, please don't. Damn shame right there. That is a damn shame. You know. But you know, men get sexualized and victimized more often than we know. Even sitting right here, it's 4 a.m. on my side of the map. As we sit here right now, there's a man out there being touched inappropriately. You know what I mean? Think about those stories and those headlines from like when you got teachers who end up messing with the students, right? Female teachers who mess with the male students, for example, right? the teacher, the reason why the female teachers probably think that's okay, they probably figure that the boy gonna think, dude, like I totally smashed Mr. Sorensen. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he ain't gonna tell nobody because it's like, still like she probably like lay down with him and like, please don't tell he ain't gonna tell nobody. You know what I'm saying? I gave this little fool some, he don't even know the math homework I be giving him. So sure, he not smart enough to really like, he not dumb enough to go and tell somebody. He not gonna ruin that. You know what I'm saying? East Dad, what's poppin', man? What's up? What's good with you? Appreciate you. Appreciate you, man. Definitely. What Miss T said. At this time, he wants to be touched. Seriously, that's why a lot of those I seen some shit the other day. This is a little bit off topic, but I think they were college teachers. They were females. They were female college teachers, and they were trying to set up like a foursome, I believe it was, with the students. I didn't read too much into it, so I don't know if the students were male, female, but I got a look at one of the, I think it was one of the teachers. She wasn't bad looking, but that made me think about when I was in school, right? There was a few of my teachers I had a crush on. I ain't even gonna lie. Like I just said, one of the names of one of the teachers I had. She was, she was Caucasian. And this is when I was in, I want to say the fourth or fifth grade. Her name was Mrs. Sorensen. Lord have mercy, that was a bad Caucasian woman. Like she, it ain't no offense to anybody in the chat, but she was one of them white women who had a little ass too. You know what I'm saying? She had a little ass. She had a little, a little bust and all of that. Long black hair, smile was crazy. Every every boy in the class had a crush on that woman, fam. Damn, she was bad. Used to drive a nice little, I think it was like black. I think it was a black car, nice little black car and shit. Right? East Caucasian, you know what I'm saying? To be respectful about it. You know what I'm saying? And there was another one years down the line. This is when I had got sent to that boot camp type school. You know what I'm saying? Where they had the damn big ass horse flies flying around the food and shit. But the one thing about that school was the fact when you went to the office, you got to speak to the one chick. I forgot her damn name. Man, what's her name, man? She had long blonde hair. She had a beautiful smile. And then she spoke like an angel. I swear to God. So you didn't feel bad when you had to go into the, the office to be spoken to. So like, I'm ready to speak to her. Her name started with an S too. Man, what was her name? Lord have mercy. Angel, appreciate you. Peace, love, blessings, and all of that. Yeah. I be trying to, be trying to match the vibes and all of that. You know what I'm saying? What E say? You gotta serve the master. East ain't got no sense. But yeah, that'll forever be a thing that everybody got their own perspective on it. But if you are a man, no, you don't want no woman touching on you. If you got morals and you respect yourself, if it's a woman that you like on a date with, that's something a little bit different because y'all probably plan on going that route any damn way. But not just going to somebody's house and, yeah, I know, East. I know you're a fool with it. I know. Yeah, I appreciate that. Appreciate that, Angel. Every day is a blessing. You already know. It'll always be something that'll be talked about. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I don't know if homie is fitting to take any type of action or whatever the case is, but people really didn't like the explanation that old boy had. He admitted, he said, I was trying to ignore this shit. Like, Y'all basically forcing me to talk about it. You know, you had to speak about it. It's only right that you speak on it. You know what I'm saying? Like for future reference. You know damn well you got to talk to that girl, sit her down, and let her know what's up. You don't do that. You don't do that. We had company. Like, come on, man. Oh, it's all good, Angel. It's all good. You know? But it's just about respect. You know, just because we're men and we might be a little more, for lack of a better word, you know, it's in our nature to be a little bit more hornier than women. So a lot of women figure it's okay to do that, you know? And there's a lot of men that will let any woman that came across them put hands on him just like that, you know? And like Miss T said, that's the problem, you know? So when you got women that don't really respect men, those are one of the reasons like that. You know, when you let women get away with that type of shit, you know, women, you know, whether it's man or woman, people are only going to respect somebody that respects themselves. It makes you believe that the woman, you know, Miss T saying, but she has to be cute. You know damn well I'm a fool, Miss T. I'm saying if anything, you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna do it, at least know that you're cute enough to do it. It's never okay, but if you're gonna be forcefully grabbed on, at least be attractive. So after the fact, when we gotta reminisce on the situation, it's like, well, she was kind of bad, wasn't she? Think I should take him to court? Let me stop, man. Yeah, and, you know, it ain't never okay though. It don't matter how they look. You know what I mean? But that's just the man in me speaking. You know what I'm saying? But no, I would never let somebody just do that to me like that. You know, that shit ain't cool, man. That shit ain't cool. You know? Appreciate you, lovely lady. Appreciate you. Because it happens to women every day for sure. You know, I can never see myself forcefully put my hands on somebody. What I was saying. She might feel attracted using the eye to beholder, though. Yeah, that's true. She probably, you know, she was feeling herself. They had cups up in there. They was sipping on something. They was sipping on something that gave her the energy to do that. You know what I mean? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. You're right about that. She probably felt, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. He ain't know how to react on camera, live. Just those 5 things that I named. The baby's dead, it's live. You got your family, this, that, you ain't never met this man before. It's a celebrity, and that's what you want his experience, his first interaction with you ever to be. Yo, that's the girl that grabbed me. You know what I mean? I don't know what she thought was coming out of that. That's crazy, man. It's crazy. Like I say, I can never see myself like touching on somebody like that, touching on a woman like that. You know, completely like, nah. That's completely next level. No means no, whether you're a man or a woman. You know? That's why it's important for fathers to be in the life of females, man, because it make you think maybe she didn't have a father in her life to teach her better. Like, you really thought that was okay, knowing that people watch this shit live and they're gonna watch it back. You ain't think about none of that, for real. Pardon my allergies and stuff, y'all. What Commander say? Do you think maybe he be playing like that when not on camera, but because it was on camera, he reacted that way? You know, that's what I was on. Are you talking about the one that got grabbed, Alpha? It's, you know, it's possible. That's what I was saying. That's what I was playing around with when I was talking about it. You know, maybe it's a chance he did like it, but because of who he is, he has to respond to it. He has to take action and you know respond to that on social media like he did. You know, deep down, he could have really liked it. Hell, he probably there's a chance he might have wanted her number for real. But you know, because he's an actor, he has a brand. He has to put it out there that you know, like some of these celebrities, like ambassadors and stuff like that. You know, they actually like they're influencers and shit. So when you catch them in that type of situation, they have to make it known to the world. You know, they have to be political about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, that's completely wrong. Because here's his answer. That shit sounded so cliche. He's like, it's never okay, you know, which it never is. You know? But no, me personally, never ever have I felt, I don't care how attracted I was to a woman. I never felt it, never thought it was okay to do something like that. I never had to think twice. I never had to fight off a feeling or anything like that. You know, I just that's like think of like sexual, like think about the men that actually go around like sexually assaulting women, right? I look at them definitely like the worst of the worst because how could you even enjoy it knowing that you're literally like taking, you know, like are you really like tying down or holding this person down while you gain pleasure from the situation? That's like the sickest shit right there, bro. I can never do something like that. That's wild. It would make me feel like so nasty and disgusting. You understand? Everybody human to me. I ain't in awe of nobody. But like I say, that type of situation, that type of shit happen more often. It probably happens more common than we know. You know, we just don't hear about it too much. You understand? But one thing for certain, if he would have done that, oh my God, any man, you know? I remember back in like I'll say the olden times, they actually had like, all these different punishments, these different punishments and devices and shit for people who violated other people and, you know, forced themselves on other people and things like that. So going to jail, even going to prison, that might be better than the crimes and the punishments that they used to hand out like centuries ago and shit. But yeah, man. What time is it? I've been on here for an hour, 18. Shout out to everybody who popped in, even if it was for a second or two, you know. So what we learned from this situation, like I say, Father's Day, Sunday, you know what I mean? Shout out to all the real fathers, not the ones that, yeah, shout out to you, East, because obviously you're a father yourself, right? Shout out to you. Shout out to all the fathers who don't just pop up to give a couple of dollars, you know, every once in a while, pop up to bring a gift every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure, like, you know, I know a lot of y'all wasn't here earlier when I was playing a few clips. I played a clip of a father who was trying to come to his kid's graduation. You know, he was trying to give a gift for his kid's graduation. You understand? And the mother, she hated this dude so much that she didn't, like, she was literally like she was dragging the kid away to get away from the father. You know what? I'm still on here, so for the folks that didn't see it, I'll go back to what I played. But y'all just check this out. Y'all just give me y'all opinion on this, you know.
I do got rights. No, it's all right, son. The world need to see how she act, because she crazy.
Where did this start going back, by the way? From your raggedy ass mouth.
I just came to see my son graduate and give him a gift. That's all I did. You didn't make him by yourself, sweetie. And you ain't raised him by yourself. You know how much money I spend on my son? What prosecuting? I'm done playing with you. Man, look, I bought my son a gift for graduation, and look how she acting. Got my son crying because he wanted to see me. But this how bipolar people act. I don't know what's wrong with it. Then she ain't tell nobody about the graduation, and she mad I found out. But it's cool. Talking about she got a prosecutor about to lock me up for what? For taking care of my son? Jacob, just stay praying, all right, bro? Love you too, man. Stay praying. Stay prayed up, son. It's gonna be all right. Stay prayed up, man. I love you. I already got you acting crazy. That's a mess, man. Mad because I came to see my son graduate.
Yeah. Yeah, shout out to you, East. Appreciate you popping in, dog. What's your take on that for the ones who wasn't in here? Let me see. Alpha says, shameful. I was raised to not talk bad about dads. That just hurts the children, right? Why would you want to put that kind of emotional turmoil on your son? Yeah, you heard him, right? He said, I love you, Dad. You just said you said, Jacob, just stay praying, man. You know? Maybe they are in a court situation. You know, maybe that was him saying, stay praying. You know, everything is in the process of, you know, it's a fight right now, you know, but until then, just stay praying, man. You know? Because that's a shame. When she called something, she said, Joe, raggedy ass father, or something she called him. Definitely a personal situation, you know? But it was important for me to bring that back because there are some good fathers out here, man. And the reason I know sometimes I've heard women say the first thing they'll ask a man is, you know, like, why you not with your kids or why you're not with your baby mama, things like that. Well, there you go. No, we don't know every little detail that went on behind the scenes of that situation, but only thing I can say is, I mean, we seen in that moment he was trying to do something right. You know, and to be fair about it, I also presented the possibility of maybe he's putting on an act. Maybe it's possible that any other time he's not really there like that. But in the moment where he was actually doing something good, he decided, let me catch this on camera. But hopefully that ain't the case. You know what I mean? I don't want to discredit that man. What did lovely lady say? Happy Father's Day to all fathers. And if you are not the father that the Most High calls you to be, strive to do better. Much love. Well said, lovely lady. Professor, I second that. Happy Father's Day to all the dads. Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. Angel said I'm about to get up and make some coffee. All right, Angel. Appreciate you rocking with me. You know what I'm saying? I'll be ending this soon, but I just wanted to play back those clips that I played earlier on. But let me get y'all take on this too, because this is another situation right here, right? This is for the single mothers. In this case, it's a black single mother, but ethnicity don't really have anything to do with it. For all the single mothers that's doing, they put food on the table, clothes on the back, all of that, right? Doing it all by themselves. So when they don't have no help, no father around, when they come down to birthdays and Christmases, they want to do it as big as possible. They want to go as hard as they can to give their child something to remember. But what happens when you do that and it just completely backfires? Imagine you going hard to put together a birthday party, special day for your kid, and not even the father shows up, man. Check this shit out.
I swear to God, though, don't nothing hurt feelings more than some shit like this. It's just me and my baby, but my feelings is so hurt right now. Thank you.
You do actually get a large pizza for the adult.
Pepperoni. I can't even sit here and act like my feelings ain't hurt. My feelings is hurt though. Like, to have a party, to have a whole table, and it's just me and my baby. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, bro. My feelings is hurt. I can't even hide my emotions right now. Like, I'm not even supposed to be like that, but to be sitting in a place full of people and knowing that it's only you and your baby, man, I swear to God, on my dead mama and my daddy, a bitch can kiss my ass. A bitch better not never in their life hit my phone. A bitch better not ever in their life ask me for advice. A bitch better not ever in their life ever talk to me.
Now, that's one of those moments where I'll say that's a crying shame right there. That's a crying shame. And you heard what she said. She said, listen, y'all really not going to show up for my baby? Like really? Like, don't say nothing to me. Don't hit my phone. Don't say nothing to me in person or nothing. That's terrible, bro. You see that whole table there, they got everything set up so nice. Like I say, any type of noise you heard was coming from other kids, them having fun at their birthday party. Not even the father himself showed up. So you got a little bit of both sides there. You got a father who's trying to do right and trying to be in his kid life, and then you got a single mother who doing it by herself with no father around. You know? What did Alpha say? Some moms will buy gifts for the child on behalf of the father. Right. Never admitting she bought it just so the child doesn't feel sad. Right. That's like, like you see that type of stuff, like even in movies. You know what I'm saying? But it does happen in real life. To make up for the absence of the father not being around. They'll go extra hard. They'll be like, you know what, baby, you don't even need him. You don't need that sucker ass motherfucker. I got you. You know what I'm saying? And if you grow up like I said, if you come from where I come from, like moms was the father. You understand? It just be like that, man. Angel said, that's crazy, mess. What is she doing? What could have caused that much anger? The graduation situation, right? Yeah, you wonder. You really wonder. What could have caused that much anger? It has to be maybe they were in, obviously they dealt with each other before, but maybe they were in a relationship and maybe it was the usual. Maybe he stepped out on her, like nobody wants to be cheated on. Nobody wants to, get disrespected like that. Woman or man, to have somebody cheat on you, do you dirty like that. But even then, when it comes down to the kids, you still got to find a way to check your emotions and put that to the side. The only way a baby mama could get at her baby daddy when he does her wrong Cause what else you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? If he not, maybe he stopped being in love with her. Who knows? You know, a woman scorned. Yeah. Diary of a Mad Black Woman type stuff. You know, it's a shame, man. I even went to this dude's Instagram page, you know, just to like check him out, see what he was about and all that. You know, you can never tell too much from an Instagram page, but and the son, you know, from the way he was like, you know, I love you, dad, or whatever, it's like got the vibe that he was used to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like here we go again. Yeah, she tripping, but you know, I love you, Pop. You know what I mean? Like, damn, like she wouldn't even let the man let him put the gift on the ground. And you know what I'm saying? And let the kid grab it off the ground or something. Like you hate that man that much to where you don't want him to accept a gift, a graduation gift. He's trying to give your kid something. You and his child something. She hurt. Oh, she hurt. There's plenty of women out there like that too. You know what I'm saying? And then the thing is, they'll be the ones to keep the child away from the baby pops. But then they'll actually be vindictive enough to go to court or something like that and make it seem like he not doing what he's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Like to add insult to injury. Like they'll keep the baby away from him, then still take him to court on some real conniving, deceiving type shit. Like, I'm finna take all your money. You know? I'm so glad I don't have them problems, man. But shout out to anybody who does deal with that. I feel for you. I feel for you. You heard? Albert says when he turns 18, he's going to find his dad. Yeah. At least he knows who his father is, you know? At least it's not one of them situations where he doesn't know who his dad is, anything like that. You know what I mean? But all in all, it's still a shame. Angel said I'm still here, just listening in the background. Yeah, I appreciate you, Angel, you know? Appreciate everybody for, you know, rocking or whatever. But yeah, I'm really glad that I don't have to go through that type of thing. I can imagine how frustrating that is. And you know, when you initially lay down with somebody, you don't think of the possibility that, you know, I might end up hating this person one day. Maybe I should make sure I take all the precaution I need to take while I'm laying down with this individual so that no surprise baby, you know, pops up on us. You know? It goes back to be careful who you lay down with. Things like that. Because you never know. All it takes is just that one night to give you 18 years worth of hell, fam. You understand? That's crazy. Oh, you have seen that video, Angel? Yeah, I just seen that. I just seen that clip yesterday. Yeah, I seen that clip yesterday. And I made sure I saved it. I wanted to react to it. I seen that and said it's a damn shame right there. What did the professor say? There's a lot of truth regarding the woman scorned, just verifying the truth. Yeah, you know, it was something that the man had to have done or not done, you know. But the whole point's like, all in all, don't do that though. You know what I mean? Like, don't do that. Like, damn. And because she thinks she's thinking about the kid, but actually she's being selfish. She's not thinking about nobody. You know, a lot of women feel like they're doing the kid a favor by keeping him from the father. But as we all know, it's really doing nothing but just hurting him. Like I get on here and I speak all the time about how short life is. Like, what if something was to happen to that man one day and the kid never got a chance to really like spend time with his father like that? Now his father is gone and he can't get that back because you was being too evil and fucked up of a human being to let him, you know, to let father and son be father and son Now your kid, he end up regretting not regretting. He ends up, hating your ass. Like you end up regretting, and he ends up, hating your ass. Like I remember, like, and then you grow up years later, look back, and it's like I remember when you wouldn't let me see my daddy too. I remember that. Remember that time you tried to bring me a gift for graduation, and you snatched me up and you pulled me up out of there so fast. You didn't even want him to give me a gift. People don't think about that. But shout out to the single women who are holding it down without the fathers. It is what it is. And shout out to the fathers that's actually trying to do the right thing. I couldn't imagine being in that situation, man. We gotta be more careful about who we lay down with, man. But you don't see that coming. You don't see this type of shit. You don't see that type of shit coming. Nobody can look into the future. You don't know you're dealing with a dirt bag in that regard until it actually, it's one of those, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Like, until you actually get to that point in life, you don't know the type of person you're dealing with when it comes down to co-parenting and things like that. But yeah, man. Shout out to everybody who was rocking out, who popped in and all of that. Let me see. I got like 24% on my laptop. Since I got it uploaded, let me just play this last clip for y'all. For the ones who wasn't in here, let me just play it one more last time.
Good evening, man. I'm Officer John's MPD. Got you going 65 and a 45 back there, okay?
What if I show you these?
So I can see tits on the internet anytime.
Well, what if you touch them?
Yeah, that makes it feel better. All right.
Yeah.
I'll let you go with the warning. Just next time, slow it down for me, all right? You have a good night.
Thanks.
What the fuck?
Police now say Sean Herman was on the clock working when he took part in that video. News Channel 5 investigative reporter Levi Ismail first broke this story. I know you just got off the phone with police.
What's your thoughts on that? The rest of it was just news talk. But I played it earlier, and I had presented two ways of looking at it. Now, obviously, the cop changed his whole demeanor when that woman whipped out her, she whipped out her, and he didn't hesitate either. He didn't care that he had the camera on him from the person who was in the other seat, because he figured, okay, if she's presenting me this proposition, I take it, I don't have to worry about them putting this out on the news or putting this on social media. He wasn't thinking like that. So you see how fast his demeanor changed when he was done grabbing that woman up, filling that woman up. His whole demeanor, he's like, okay, y'all can go ahead. That's it. And he was gone. But I asked people, I'm like, was the woman wrong? Because it's like she almost kind of like snaked the cop. No, he ain't had no business doing that. We know that. There's no excuse for that. You know what I'm saying? No excuse at all. Especially when every man should know when there's a camera on you. You don't do that anyway. It don't matter if you got a badge or not, fool. But they know the only reason they got away was because she had did that. Because she let the cop fill her up. Now, probably as soon as they drove off, they probably said, I can't wait to put this up on social media and bust his ass, man. Were they wrong for doing that? Or is it just no, the cop ain't had no business? Maybe that's good for the cop because he shouldn't have misused his badge and his authority like that. Even if somebody, them cops, they get all type of offers and propositions every day when they stop people. You understand? But it's their duty, it's their job to turn that shit down every time. It might be enticing, but what did Lovely say? Agreed. Most people will never know what it's like to live a real peaceful life because of doing what we know is wrong and still trying to defend it, just saying. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, This whole week been about groping, fam. This man getting ready to lose his job, probably get locked up because he thought it was okay. Like that's just, I know police, they probably hated the minute people started recording them every time a person gets stopped by the cops. First thing we do is pull out our camera nowadays. And this fool knew that he was on being recorded, and he still did it. He like imagine what he would have did if there wasn't no camera at all. And he like it's like he should have been more smarter. You know, another part of being a cop. I ain't never been no cop, but one of the things about being a cop is being smart, having some damn sense. You should have thought to yourself, now, even though she's giving me this opportunity to grab a titty, well, let me think about this, because this might blow up in my damn face. All that training that you did over the years, from the paperwork possibly, and the physical trainer, all of that, to get that job, your dream job, being a cop, out the window because you got proposition to grab a titty and you did it. Instead of saying, nah, he should have been smarter. He should have been smarter, you know? Man, I hope I didn't delete that message, lovely lady. If I did, my mistake. But yeah, man, you know, I guess the few things to walk away from this are, like I say, there are good men in the world who want to do right by their seeds. Ladies, that shit ain't cool. To keep your child away from that, even if you got personal issues. Even if that man was physically abusive to you, you know, I can only speak on it from a male's perspective. But even if a man was physically abusive to a woman, do y'all feel like that's a reason to keep a child away from him? Like, what if he was like abuse, like I'm talking like Tina Turner? Is that enough of a reason to keep a child away from the father? Like thinking, he's dangerous. If he's been beating me all of this time, he's dangerous. I'm keeping my child away from him. Some people look at it like that, you know? I don't know, man. I think it's a different perspective. You know, from a man, it's like, yeah, I would never do it anyway. So I don't know. You understand what I'm saying, lovely lady? Yeah, there's good men out here who are trying to actually stand on business. When they lay down, they actually want to help raise that kid. They actually want to be around for that kid. You understand? And for the single mothers out here, even if the father ain't around, just know that y'all all appreciate it. Take it from me. You know what I'm saying? Moms was definitely pops and moms for me. And there's a lot of people I know it was the same way. People on this app, people offline too. And also, no means no, man. No means no. It don't matter how young you are. You know, even if you feel like it's a celebrity, maybe you got a little excited. Maybe, you know, like, I don't know if alcohol was in that girl's system or not. But that signs, to me, that's kind of like signs that maybe they didn't have a father in their life, speaking of fathers. Because when you got a father, you could kind of tell when a female had a father in their life sometimes. Sometimes you could just tell when he was there, when he wasn't. Because I like to think a female who has a strong father figure in her life would know better than to grab on another black man while they're alive like that, bro. You understand? No means no. Especially if you were a policeman. You know what's up. You know better than that. It might be enticing. It might be, you know, you might want to take a chance and take that risk, but at least make sure the camera ain't on you. That's dumb. Right. That's what I was saying, lovely lady. That's why I brought that up. You said, why would one allow an abusive man around children? Just asking. Right. So in that case, I guess you can say it's fair to say, no, I would not allow my kid around a man who has been abusive to me. And that I completely understand. I guess that would be the one exception, right? which I completely understand. Absolutely. And see, that's the thing. We only know what we see on social media. So we don't know if something like that happened between that man and that woman. You know what I mean? That's why I went to his IG to try to like get a feel about him or whatever. But like I say, you only see what meets the eye on social media. We'll never really know, you know? But hopefully that wasn't the case. Hopefully it was just a case of a father who's trying to do the right thing. But, you know, until we find out otherwise, shame on that woman, man. Shame on that woman. But yo, I got like 19% left on my laptop. I'm about to take my ass up off of here. Been on here for almost 2 hours. Shout out to you. Love you, ladies. Shout out to Alpha, Angel, Miss T, Anti, who else? East Dad popped up in here. Kevin, 702 popped up in there. Who else? Atmosphere. Shout out to everybody. Even if you was in the bushes for a couple of seconds. You know what I mean? I appreciate it. VAMPHOURZZ, you already know how it go, man. Hold on. All right, yeah. Shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. I'm about to... Yeah, you already know, Alpha. Peace, blessings. Every day is a blessing. You already know. Everybody take care. See y'all next time. I'm out.